Hello and welcome to a session of Build With Me, where we create systems from scratch using any type of tools that we know how to use. So, in this particular video, we are going to focus on using Notion and ChatGPT to create a customized system for task management. So, let's dive into it. Here we have our new Notion board, which is, just a clean canvas. So it's just a document within one of our team spaces. To some people, when you register to Notion, you don't have team space yet unless you convert to having that on your workspace. But it's still the same, right? So the way Notion works is that they have page hierarchies, and for a normal use case, for a normal workspace, you just don't see that. Anyway, the point here is to be able to create a task management system from scratch. So imagine that you just need to create one simple system without really knowing what you'd like to build, right? So this is very helpful for anyone who, if you already know how to use Notion, it's very beneficial. But for anyone who is not really that good, you can have ChatGPT guide you to design the system and just spend quite a bit of time depending on your skill with Notion to build it there. So here we have a free ChatGPT account. So this is just, I believe, ChatGPT 3.5, which is the free one. And let's do it like this. Okay. So really the process here is that we still have to think, although not that hard, because we are asking ChatGPT's help to create that design for us. So I need a task management system. How would I actually build that? Um, I would, you know, initiate these kind of prompts. So act as a task management expert and give me a comprehensive layout and design for a task management system that I am going to build in Notion. Let's start with this prompt. So we have to wait for ChatGPT to generate us with, details, task description, status, priority, due date, assignee tags, attachment, comments, views. Okay. It's already giving us really good information. Although I think it is giving us some more technical stuff. If you think you're not really satisfied, so okay, integrations. This is very comprehensive. Make it more simple and design it for a personnel task management system that I can use on a day-to-day basis, and give me a summary of how it works. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So this let's um if I am going to build this in Notion, guide me through it and give me very specific steps. Well, you have the option to either do this or you can just build it on the go. I initiated this prompt so that, for people who are still new to Notion, they can help themselves easily by generating this prompt. So this is actually good. Create a Notion page. Okay, let's say in our Notion page, personal task management system, I can add an icon right here. Check. Okay, and then I can add a cover to make it more beautiful. Minimal, something minimal. Okay, so it's clean. Right, we are using dark theme, by the way, for this, which is right here, settings. We can change this to dark, light, Anyway, so personal task management system. Now, what do we have in our ChatGPT? Create a new page. So this is the new page. Add a database. Set up columns. Okay, so let's just follow this. Okay, task name, status, priority, due date, tags, and notes. So let's add a database. Since we're building this from scratch, let's just be messy as we build this and clean it up later. So database, tasks, what do we have here? Task name, status, priority, due date. Task name, we can have a status, select priority, and date, due date. What else? Tags, notes. So these are optional. Notes. So we have a database now, a table. So we can, not started, we have that, in progress and done. Now views. Okay, so now that we have it, status is to do, in progress, and completed. We can change this into to do, completed. You can change the name to do, let's say in progress, something like that. Priority is high, medium, low, something like this. Okay, the way I designed it is different, but here we have due date. Okay, this is a personal task management system, so we don't really have to assign anyone. We're not inviting anyone here in our space. But okay, we also have notes, right? So going back here, we can add the tasks, start adding it, actually add filters and sorting. So what we can do is that from these database, we can create a, separate views. So let's say task A, task B, task C. We can actually group them by priority. We can also create a, and let's say the due date would be today. Okay, copy that, just paste it. We can have a calendar. Okay, task calendar, like this, and then have, show the status. So here we have it. We can change it here, instead of to do, to completed. So it's, it's completed right there, and here we can also see it as completed, right? Now for the task management, we can also create a board view, which is, group by status. Of course, we only have that. And we can also show the due dates. So here we can either change the layout into large and then show database title. We can hide that or not. I find it cleaner to hide the database title. And well, that's it for So you can have views. Now, this is already comparable to Trello. If you open it as full page, you have something like this where you can just move them into, okay, completed. The good thing about Notion is that you can add context to, what you are doing. So you don't need to create a document. Say, for example, if your task involves creating a script or adding something, additional information, you can directly add them here. So this task is all about writing an email for a client. Reach out to John Doe and ask for samples. Or like I can go to YouTube or just say for example here I can paste a link, create a bookmark, and then from there add some caption to base the email sample similar to the content of this page. Something like that, right? So as you do the task, you have references already in here. And if you are just planning to do it, whenever you hit the due date, then at least you have all of these already. So within the page, you can also arrange it into something like that. And you can also hide unnecessary stuff. So going back to our task management system, we already have a table. Okay, let's say action items. Let's change this. Now we have a very simple task management system. How do we make it beautiful? Okay, so we can create templates. This is just how to make our tasks, new task right there. Make it as default so that whenever you create new task, it will have this template. So instead of this, we can delete that. Whenever we create a new task, it's going to be task A, task B, task C. So this is a bit cleaner already, right? We have a calendar here. We have a board. So within our calendar, we don't really have due dates yet. So let's say 1 today, 1 tomorrow, and 1 the other day. So when we go to the task calendar, we have one task for each day. So let's set the priority here, which is high. We can make this beautiful. So for high, we make it red. For medium, we make it okay, let's say yellow. For low, gray. Okay, for the tags, it's not really necessary, so we can just delete that. Task calendar and board. Now what we can do at this point is we can turn on sub items so that we can create parent-child relations. So turn on sub items, and from here what you can do is that we have parent and sub item right here. You just need to hide that view, and then from task A, okay, we can create subtasks. How do we do that? So let's say finish graphic template for client A. I can make this a bit larger. Finish graphic template. Perhaps ask John to complete design A. Publish design to Canva. So something like that, okay? And then, so we have that parent, the due date for that. You have the option to just, copy this, highlight, and then paste, something like that. So we now have this. right? So there's personal task management system. We can do a lot of things here. So how do we make it more beautiful? We can go to YouTube, add some stuff. We can do some additional references here, additional information as well. So that is how usually we build from scratch. And this session does not really give you an idea of how to build the best template, but this video is all about giving you an idea on how you can create a system with the help of ChatGPT. So whatever you know customizations you would like to build here, you can always go here. So if you really follow this, customize views, apply filters and sorting, what we can do here is now apply the sorting to make sure that tasks are sorted properly. So let's say, for example, we can create a view for active. So this is the main database that we have here. What I usually like to do is that copy a link to a specific view, create that link, and then have this, say for example, fire and active tasks. So anything that is not completed. So what if we have actually completed this, right? What I would like to do here is turn off the sub items, hide it from this view, hide the database title, and just show me any active tasks. So how do we do that? We set a filter, status is not completed. And then what we would like to do as well is to sort them based on their date. So as you can see, July 19, 2021. So if I ever change this July 21 to July 18, it automatically gets first. So let's go back to it. Now we have this kind of thing. What I can do as well is high, medium, and low. I can group this. So active tasks, group by priority. Group by priority. Okay, and then I can just hide empty groups, right? So from here, from the groupings, we can change them into manual or alphabetical. So it really depends. But if we set it to manual, then we can change it according to how we like it to look. We can hide that. So here we have this kind of sprinting capability. So okay, I just want to complete tasks. Let's finish high priority list first. Once you are completed, okay, it disappears. Medium, okay, it's completed, disappears. Low, completed, and it disappears. So now you have nothing here. And then we add new task A, new task B, and new task C, right? So have the same dates, everything to do. If we create one for medium, one for high, one for low, they automatically show up, as you can see. So what you would want here is just do it in a similar way that we did earlier. So as you can see, these are already very effective way of completing your task list, right? So action items, that is, we can also have a list of most recent last edited time. So what we can do here is we can create completed items. We can do a filter of all completed tasks and then sort them based on the last edited time. So here, completed items, we can also hide these sub items so that they are not presented in groups or parent-child relations. And then what you can see here is that you can see the most recently completed tasks just for doing some kind of review. So Okay, the most recent one that I completed was the task A, as you can see right there. So complete the items, something like that. Now you can either make it more clean. I just close this page. I can design it according to how I want it. Task, view of task, we can rename this into active tasks. Instead of check, we can turn that into yellow, and similar to something like that, we can put a color system and then create some kind of context. This is your, or we can generate an AI, help ChatGPT, help me create, help me create a description, a short description for a personal task management system page in Notion. So something like this, right? Multiple views, blah blah blah. We don't really have to, but what we need is just a subscription. Here, you can just copy that and put it in here. So we can create something like this. Hi, that's gray and something like that. And then there you have it. So you have this very simple task management system now. When you go to the task list, you can see it already. You can see action items. You can have a task calendar. You can move them, change that into, okay, still in progress. Move tasks here or whatever, put it there. And then here, you can also hide that. And then just have, whichever works for you, to be honest. So the good thing about Notion is that you can customize it according to how you plan. You can also create a task management system based on the Eisenhower matrix, which is a strategy or framework to help you, prioritize your task list. Going back to the personal task management system, you can now make this as a task management template, which is, if you share that, you can publish it, publish to web, just copy this link, allow template as, allow duplicate as template, and then you can just hand that link to anyone and they can duplicate this entire page to their Notion system or workspace. So, we can still do a lot of things here, but the idea is that we don't really know what to build. We just, when it comes to the specifics, but with the help of ChatGPT, we were able to have the task management system create the necessary, simple design for our database. And actually, if we just read through, then it already teaches you how to, go through the template on a day-to-day basis. So personalize the layout, what is the right way to be productive in using this personal task management system. How should I use it on a day-to-day basis? Something like this. And from here, we can actually copy this and then make it as part of the instructions of our here. So what we can do is create a toggle, workflow instructions, something like that. And then what we can do is we can copy the ChatGPT prompt and paste it there. So to maximize, something like that. Okay, morning routine, check the status, evaluate your schedule, and then paste it there. So we can now do something like this. actually convert it into a document or whatever. So you can see, change that into something like that. Okay. So now we have a workflow instructions. If you want, we can also put somewhere, have a background for that. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So we have workflow instructions. We can just make it gray. Okay. Something like that. So it looks more neat, right? We can change the colors of this into yellow, something like that. So there you go. So if you're trying to give this as a gift to someone, if you are a coach or whatever, then there's a lot of possibilities and it's endless. So with the help of ChatGPT, as long as you can have it generate the results that you want, you know how to properly ask questions that you need, then obviously. So if we need a more simple, okay, make the instructions more simple and easy to understand. It also gives you a more easy result. So something like this, right? And perhaps we can change the workflow instructions here into this result. So really that is an interesting way to set up systems, and you know we just created a personal task management system from that. So imagine if you want to create a customized CRM, if you want to create a project management system using the prompts or similar to those that I did just now. Creating these kind of systems in Notion is very possible, as you can see. So that's it. If you would like to, request for a custom build that we can do on our next video, please leave a comment. But other than that, if you need additional work done or on your Notion workspace or any custom operating systems, you can reach us out at notionalize.com and set a meeting schedule with us. But otherwise, we just hope that you enjoy and this video is helpful. We introduce systems thinking to our audience, and our goal is to help people be able to create and manage your own systems with the help of systems thinking, and also actual knowledge to the software and tools that we use. So thank you for watching and see you on the next video.